Hello everybody, Jules here and welcome to Mystery Lake. Here we are today with a testing of the Vileplume Venusaur that we showed in the previous video. Let's see how it behaves on the ladder against some other player. So, if you have not done it, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel to be constantly updated with what we post, and also to follow us on Twitch. You can find a link in the description, and on Twitter, and you can find a link in the description as well. Last week has been a little bit busy, so there have not been any uploads, nor video, nor not stream, nor anything else. But hopefully we will be back. We are back there now, so we will start seeing again all the content with the same regularity as before. So r- pretty much 3 days per week, 3 videos per week. So let's jump right into the match. So we got in our first stand actually a very good situation because we got a very good first stand because we have both the CelebiVenusaur GX and the Steamer Russell. So I'm gonna go ahead and play. So by the way, I don't know what this deck can be because it seems a bishop. So if it's a bishop, then we don't need the Vileplume too much because it will not be able to it will be able to attack thanks to the fact that the bishop is an evolved Pokemon. So now you will see what I meant at the beginning, like in the last video. We at the first turn we were able to use the Steamer Assault, and now we will keep the loop going by taking every time a new another Steamer Assault from the previous one. So it's a cycle. And this we can do that. So first of all, we will going to remove this stadium here, although it does not have any energy in the discard pile, but still. And as I was saying, we will do that. We will keep the loop going by taking every time one Steamer Assault, so that we can get all the cards that we need at the beginning. Because okay, never mind. And my idea was that then the CelebiVenusaur would not be hurt too much. It would get some damage on, but not too many. Or anyway, it will not die. That's the most important thing. And therefore we would have been able to have everything that we needed in our end, plus a Venusaur GX still there. But our opponents conceded, so guess we're going ahead and see what happens in the next game. So now we are facing an electric deck, I guess. I see the electric deck box, so I suppose it's an electric one. In this case, we got. It's not a good end in this case, mostly because we don't have any supporters. So we don't have the Steven Solve, we don't have the build analysis, we don't have we have literally nothing in end. So that's rather bad. However, the situation can change a lot. Could change quite consistently if we get. Okay, no, we are going to die. Okay, never mind. Oh no, I cannot attack. No, you can attack. You can attack. Okay. So I'm sorry for this, but I will not cut it. I will not cut it. I will not cut it. Let's go ahead and see if we can manage to have a full game for once. Now we are facing a Grasp Psychic deck, if I'm not mistaken. I wonder what the Psychic, what both of them are, in fact. So this is a okay. Let's go back once again to the previous video. I've mentioned that ideally we would have a CelebiVenusaur in the active to be totally fine. We would have a CelebiVenusaur in the active, a Shaman in the bench, and a Steven Resolve first end, and we got everything that we needed. So this is ideal. So it's a lost match, okay? This is technically one of the best end that we could have hoped for. So let's go ahead and take another Shaman because I will get energies and double colorless and grass energies with the Steven Resolve. Now, it's given that it is a lost march, then I might not need to get the Vileplume. So no, I might not. I will not need to get the Vileplume because of course he will be able to attack with the jump off. So technically this is a fairly difficult matchup for him because he needs a lot. He needs a lot to get the KO over this guy. with 20 damage per Pokemon in the lost zone. So basically needs to get to do 280 damage, and 280 damages you can do them with 14 Pokemon in the lost zone. So 14 Pokemon is not oh no, 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 no. I hate how can you do that? Okay, I mean it makes perfect sense because we use Steven Resolve, so he knows that we have all the cards, all useful cards in our end. But still, you don't want to do Marsh out of turn 1. Most of the time people after doing that they concede themselves. So they decide themselves to concede. So why would you do that in the first place? It's my question. So another build analysis for sure in order to get possibly another trainer next turn. We already attached in the meantime. Should we get no, 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 it's fine. I was wondering if I should take another Shaming, but I guess it's fine for now because still Ultra Ball enhance the damage because normally the Lost March does not play any special energy unless he's playing the counter attack, the counter energy, or the counter energy or the super boost or the yeah those two. But it's not common. I think I would say that it's not that common to see a Lost March playing those ones. Oh well, they do have double colorless too for the Natu. That's true. Oh, that's why. Even more than before. Let's keep the enhanced number, and who knows? Maybe it will come in handy. And it would seem that it might. Although I mean, it will do just 20 damage now if he attacks. Well, when he attacks, because I'm assuming he will attack. So yeah, it does attack. Get 20 damages down. We can remove. Yeah, we can heal the damages first. Discard this energy. Attach again. And use build analysis. We need another supporter. We need a better supporter, and we don't get it. Of course. Let's take Gardenia, I guess. We don't really need Brock. We have no Pokemon nor energy in the discard pile, so the choice element is also completely useless. But so is the choice band. So let's just assign these and let's see what happens. The Gardenia, on the other hand, it might be useful if he manages to get to the point in which he's able to deal a lot of damages. Then it will be helpful to have the Gardenia in the end in our end because we can deal 80 damages with it plus 20 for from the Shaman if we manage to have them still have them by the time he gets to like 10 Pokemon in the lost zone or something. So in total it would be 120 HP healed per turn. Well, one turn, the one in which we use Gardenia, of course. So I think he is being a little bit too slow so far in putting Pokemon in the lost zone because he has just 3 after how many turn was it? After 5? No. Okay, the goods makes perfect sense. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. It's unlikely that we are going to have a lot of Shaman. Still, I would have preferred a lot that he took the KO here. I would have loved for him to taking the KO. Because now I could have just taken I could have taken a KO myself. Instead now I cannot do that. So now the best thing I can do is to sacrifice eventually this Shaman. Put another one with a net ball, assuming that I have some. Yeah, I have another one. And use the Steven Resolve to get myself, I would say, a supporter as well, like a no, not the Broxy, no, Erika's Hospitality, and then the double colorless. Do I even need the double colorless? I think I need a grass energy more, and then another Steven Resolve, as I said already multiple times. So we sacrifice the Shaman. But next turn, why did I take this one and not the double colors? Because I don't need to use the solar beam attack. I need to use the it's not like I need to, but I prefer to use the pollen hazard attack, and also because if I have 3 grass energies already assigned to him, at some point I will be able to just find a double colorless, either by drawing it or by Stevening it, and then I will be able to use the Evergreen GX with the extra effect right away. So that's why I prefer to have 3 grass energy assigned at the moment. We can take the KO anyway by with the Poland Adzard attack. So we get a Luzamine. Do I want to use the Erika's Hospitality here? Yes. Because we don't need the Gardenia. Well, we need the Gardenia, but we can take it again with the Luzamine, and we don't need the rare candy anyway. So let's take another CelebiVenusaur, although it's not really needed, but it's just because we need to take something. And then Erika's for 6. We get literally none of the thing that we could have hoped for, which are including the double colorless, for example. But it's good enough because we didn't really need to draw anything particular. Well, we will need eventually the double colorless. But if nothing, we shrank the deck, with thin the deck, so that in the upcoming turns, especially if we get to draw something, to play draw supporter, then we will be able to keep drawing, and basically the deck is going to be thinner and thinner until we could not miss the double colorless. Possibly, we could not possibly miss the double colorless. So it's fine. It's all fine. Also, I don't see him knocking me out. Honestly, I don't see him being able to knock out CelebiVenusaur one hit KO in one hit. So it's a matter of one hit KO, because yeah, he can for sure attack like 20 times and being able to kill us eventually, but I can heal a lot. I can heal with the 2 Shaming, with the Life Force, the Prism Star that I have in hand. So it needs to accelerate for sure. It needs to start putting Pokemon into the Lost Zone. If you have, if we are playing a Lost match and you get to this turn, in which I was at least like it's been at least turn 5 or 6, and I'm not sure, but it's more turns in the match. You cannot have just 3 Pokemon and now 5. Okay, you cannot have just 5 Pokemon in the Lost Zone. You're going to deal just 100 damage, and 100 damage against this deck is very bad. Normally, with the Lost Match, you are able to deal a decent, a very high amount of damage already turn 1, well, turn 2, turn 3, and stuff like that. So I guess it's being just a bit slow in getting Pokemon into the Lost Zone. He has now 4. They will become 6 with a Skiploom, which means that he can deal 120 damage. He can deal 120 damage. 120 damages is still not incredibly high. So okay, he did. Oh, Lost Blender on the Guzma and the Erika's Hospitality. That's a tough one. Why did he do that? To draw 1 card and then use your Oranguru, but with the Erika's Hospitality it would have been much more cards. It would have been 4 cards without wasting any cards. So I don't understand. I don't quite understand the move my opponents made. In the meantime, we get another energy. We don't really need it. We need to attack. We do. Or we could just even resolve, honestly. So let's sacrifice these 2 Oddish just because, so that eventually, if we need, we can take the. So actually, I will go with the build analysis here. I know build analysis is not good to get the the colorless. So what I'm wondering is, do I want to KO him? Yeah. Let's go ahead. I mean, there's no real reason why not to. That's the thing. There is no real reason why not to take the KO. Let's go. This is very helpful. This is very helpful, as it will allow our Venusaur to get 30 damages less by any of his Pokemon, of our opponent's Pokemon. So, for example, now I can use the Steven Resolve. I think I will use the Steven Resolve now. Well, we are not going to be needing the Evergreen GX attack anytime soon, because we have still 25 cards. So we are good. We are good. We are. If we can, if, given that we can take a KO every turn right now with this Venusaur, we should not mill ourselves before him because we can just attack, KO, attack, prize, attack, prize, and so on for just 4 turns. So we're never going to draw 25 cards in 4 turns. That's what I'm saying. However, he now has some Pokemons here. He has 6, 8 now. So 8 is 160 damage. We can heal just 40 at the moment. Well, no, plus the Life Forest. Oh, it does not have any jump left. What? It literally has one jump left only? Oh, wait, we knocked out one, right? No. Okay, that's weird. Let's go ahead and use the Steamer Resolve. I want to get a Gardenia. Well, also another one of these maybe, but for now, let's get a Gardenia. Steven. No, wait. We have a Lusamine, no? Okay, so let's take a Lusamine and a double colors. So now he needs to. So he apparently has no jump left in the deck, which is weird because he evolved two. He evolved two. He lost one. Or did he? No, he didn't. Yeah, he did. I'm not sure where the jump left is, but he definitely lost one jump left. Anyway, um, I was saying he needs to move away this Marshadow. He's never going to be able to attack with this Marshadow, nor do anything else with the Marshadow. So let's change the music. No, I took another Marshadow. No, how can you play even 2 Marshadow here? Like he's going to change anything. He's not going to change anything. Yeah, I even got the double colors. So, I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe. Wait, what happened? Why didn't he take the jump left before and he took it now? Why? I'm not understanding. Maybe it's me, but I'm really not understanding. So let's take another KO, I guess. I will keep this. I will keep this for when he will start dealing some damages to me. So possibly next turn, if he puts the jump left. Well, he for sure is going to promote the jump left. So I'm sorry that we are not seeing the Vileplume into use because we are in all the games, even in the shorter ones that we have seen before, they were there would have not been any use of the Vileplume because we found a couple of decks. This one, for example, attacks with the jump left, which are not basics, of course. And in the previous game, in the first one, we met some kind of Bishop deck, and the Bishop does not. It's also an evolved Pokemon, so it does not attack with the basic, which means that we could have not used the Vileplume. Then the one in the middle, I don't even know what it was. He was using Zera Aura. Okay, this is fairly bad. Well, we still need, technically we do need just one energy though. So he's dealing now 130. Wow, 3 Vileplume? Really? Let's discard the energy first. So I should, I am playing Acerolas. So I will be hoping to get an Acerola soon. Well, but even if it takes 3 prizes, then we should be fairly good by putting the other Venusaur back in. He has 13 cards, so he's drawing a lot of cards. In fact, he has been drawing cards for a long time with Yoranguru. So I really do hope that I get an Acerola at some point. I mean, I have supporters. It's not fair that I cannot possibly get one when I actually need him. Need it. Also, I should not put. You should. Let's take this as an advice that I'm giving myself because I keep forgetting about this. We should not have two Venusaur GX in one active and one benched if they are not both ready to attack. So I need to remember this because I lost games because I was putting another CelebiVenusaur there, maybe against the Necrozma, I think. He had, of course, the knockup, he had the KO with the Ultra Necrozma. Therefore, he just took the one from the bench, he took it into the active with a Guzma or something, and he won. He won like this. He won like this because I had the other one into the another useless Venusaur into the bench. He put it on and he promoted it into the active and he won like that. So I should remember not to do that anymore because it's the same thing that is happening now. That I get this one that is stuck. Now I don't know why he took one Natu and not three Pokemon to shuffle back into the deck. We do not get the Acerola because, I mean, obviously. And then we will be losing this CelebiVenusaur here. And that's very sad. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. So let's learn from the mistake. You should. I'm telling you this is. I'm telling this even for me. So and also by the way, that's why I did not attach the double colorless to him because it would have been a bit too risky. I believe. So there was no. It was not worth it to risk the double colorless that I need to do the GX with this guy. So I'm afraid that he might have. Okay, he can have some other Guzma. Although if he Guzmas the Shaman, there's no way I can stop him from getting the KO. So let's see if I can get an Acerola from here. Okay. I mean, not that I need it now, but still. So how much damages does he do now? 2, 3. It's 100. It's 200. 200. 200 plus minus 30 is 170. I can take a hit and then use the Evergreen GX the turn after. But I really think that his way back into this game that that will eventually make him win is to Guzma these two Shaman. So he needs to have two Guzmas in his hand. But if he's playing them, then if he's playing them in the deck, then he will have them. Given that he has these few cards. Given that he has just 3 cards in hand in the deck remaining and 6 in his hand in total. Or is he able to one-shot us? He does 200 damages, so it's not really enough. 220 damages now. We take 30 less, so it's 190. He discarded the Lusamine, which is not, well, it's not ideal, but it's not that bad either. Of course we will do GX now. We will GX if he attacks, but he will attack for sure. If he does not kill us, and he shouldn't do that, then we will GX. For the healing, obviously for the healing, not really for the whole shuffle the discard pile into the deck thing. So let's see. He is trying to get to 200 damages. Oh. 3, 6, 9, 20, 200, 220, 240, 210, 230. It should be doing 230 now because of these. Otherwise, I would have been. Yep, 250. 250. I might have missed. I must have missed something there. Whoa, that's very, very bad. Because yes, I can heal myself now. But then what do I do next? So for sure I can Evergreen GX. Heal 250 damage, which is huge. But if he manages to put someone back there, someone else in the lost zone. I mean, he has all the Trumbic there. He has all the Skiploom up there. Because he has just this one else. But he has no Jumpluff anymore. I assume. Because otherwise he would have just evolved. He used a lot of Lost Blenders too. Let's see if he has a way to put someone else into the lost zone, he wins. Oh, he decided to go for it because, yeah, it doesn't seem he has. It's a tense moment. It's a tense moment. Wait, well played. For what? Do you have a way? It wouldn't seem so. Well, I would think that he would have done it. I'm thinking that he would have done it if he could. He would have done it by now. So let's do well play ourselves. So by the way, I wanted to stress the fact that we lost. Like we risked a lot. I mean, okay, if he had that one card, it would have been a deserved victory. That's what I'm saying. I risked because I misplayed by putting that second Venusaur in the bench. So just an advice when you play this deck, don't put the second Venusaur if you're not planning to use it as an attacker. Well, to use it instead of the other Venusaur to attack, don't put it. So if you don't have the energies to assign, don't put it into the bench. So that's what I'm saying. Just keep one Venusaur or one Vileplume, and then the rest of the bench just Shamans or Odysseus if you have the Venusaur and you want to have the Vileplume, of course. But not two CelebiVenusaur at the same time in play, one in the active and one in the bench. Because it's just giving another target, and also it's stuck there. You cannot move it unless you have Nassarola or something. So it's a 80% of the time is a bad choice to have a second CelebiVenusaur in the bench without energies, without anything. So yeah, don't do it. That's the advice here. Okay, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We saw 3 games, although it's really one because the first 2 were a bit of a mess. Very short, where they were cut very short, either by the opponents or by us in the second one. But I hope you enjoyed this deck. You got an idea of what it needs to do. So stall the opponents till the end, and then eventually, when the opponent becomes a threat to the CelebiVenusaur itself, meaning that he can one-shot it, like it was for this Lost March in the end, then you get the GX to heal yourself. So that's like the structure, and the Vileplume, of course, comes in play whenever the opponent is playing no evolution in his deck. That this was not the case, but you can understand that it can happen. It can happen a lot of time for all the electric. Most of the electrics deck Vileplume is going to be very helpful for most of them, except for when the Jolteon is there. So it's a pretty versatile deck. I encourage you to try it out and test and see that and verify that on yourself. But if you enjoyed the video, nevertheless, put a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And you can find the link to the link to the other profile, to the Twitch profile, Twitch channel, Twitter profile, and the whatnot in the description. So make sure to follow all of them. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.